Right, this is the example of one of the contexts that we have. So context 2, the everyday activities. Now I'm going to go through just how we would set up the everyday activity context. So in the center, you write down everyday context. So everyday activity. In a little bubble. From this, you have your 5 W's. So your who. You have the what. You have the where. The when. The why. And finally, the function. So from all these 6 strands here, or 6 strands, sorry, you need to have separate strands coming off them. So I'm thinking of an everyday activity. So this is to improve the lifestyle of somebody with mobility issues. So helping everyday activities with somebody with a mobility issue. My first thought is, where is this going to happen? So we concentrate on the where. So where, everyday activity, where will this happen? So my first thought is in the outdoors. Everyday activities in the outdoors. Where else? Indoors, obviously, opposite to outdoors. We then, from the indoors, we then have separate places where this could happen. So indoors, we have the bathroom, we have the kitchen. So lots of different things that could happen in the kitchen with everyday activities. Opening cans, so on. You've got the living room or the lounge. And you have the bathroom. Outdoors. So where in the outdoors? It could be in the countryside. So things that happen in the countryside when you're quite a few miles away from any other activity or any other person. Outdoors, it could be in the car. So in the car, it could be in a town centre. From this, I can then add some more places where this could happen. So in the countryside, it could happen where, possibly when I'm walking, it could cause a problem, possibly when I'm on my bike. In the car, possibly in the passenger seat. So passenger seats. And then driving. Indoors, in the bathroom. So I put bathroom twice there. Meant to put bedroom. In the bathroom, this could be, where in the bathroom? It could be on the toilet. So quite a few mobility issues and everyday activities happen. So people can't do simple things that we take for granted. So you think about flushing the toilet. Somebody with arthritis can't grip the handle of a toilet flush. They can't pull it down because the muscles in their arms have gone. So that's a massive problem. They've just gone to the toilet and can't flush it. It's quite an embarrassing problem for them. So that could lead to mental health issues as well. So you've got to think about all these problems that could lead on from something. And we might have an innovative solution to it. So in the bathroom, on the toilet, in the bath. So you think about in the bath, turning a tap on and off. In the kitchen, Whereabouts in the kitchen? So you've got maybe opening a fridge. So fridge. You've got the cooker. So think about things that could hamper somebody with the cooker. There's lots more that you can go into a lot more detail there. So when you say walking, you could then put walking, so small walks in country, and then bike, small bike rides. So you just go elaborate just a little bit more, just so we've got a little bit more of an understanding. Everyday activity again. So when, this is one where it could go into a little bit more detail as well. We've got probably 5 different time zones that we can be looking into. We've got daytime. So this can be used for all of the contexts. Daytime, nighttime, we've got weekdays, so things that just happen during the week. We've got weekends. So what specific things happen at weekends? At night. So not at night, at work. So just looking specifically when you're at work. So during daytime, we could focus it on somebody that has mobility issues that is your age, that is in secondary school. So we could say during school time. So during school, issues with transition between lessons maybe. So we're expanding on that during the school time. We've got during school in lesson times, possibly. So is there a problem actually gripping a pen? Is there a problem with changing a page in a book? Daytime, we could look into social activities. So social activities. Physical activities as well. That's a big part with mobility. So physical activity. Then we could list all the different physical activities that could be going on. So football. Are there any problems within football that could be changed? Nighttime, going to sleep. That could be one. Going to sleep, but this is all now preparing for bedtime. Brushing your teeth. Problem holding the toothbrush. Brush teeth. Washing. So in the shower, is there a washing aid that we could have? Something like that. Obviously the others follow the same way. You're just thinking of different activities that go into this. When we look at the who, we think about all the different people, so the different age ranges of the people that could be affected by this. It specifically mentions about the elderly in that design brief, but we could look into just general people with mobility conditions. So that could go into teenagers, children, young adults, anyone. I'm going to stick with, so we've got OAP, so old age pensioner. We've got maybe parents of people that have mobility issues. We have the carers of people with mobility issues. General disabled people. And then we've got people that have underlying health conditions. So what conditions affect the movement? Old age, so things that happen then, we've got the movement. So movement is dilapidated. Where's the movement dilapidated? In the legs, in the arms, in the brain. So all those areas, we can think of something. So a movement aid, a walking aid, a picking up aid, or a turning aid for the arms. Brain is just maybe a motor, so just thinking about. Are there things that just make life easier generally? Think about the different conditions. So we've got arthritis. We've got multiple sclerosis, things like that, ME. People that have suffered from strokes. Obviously, part of their body may get disabled through that stroke, okay? Suffering from the brain, but it can affect part of the bodies. So that could be an aid for those people as well. We got the disabled people, but think about people with prosthetic limbs. Is there anything that we can do to help those in order to walk? We've got wheelchairs. Something that could be clipped onto a wheelchair. Walking aids. So just the general walking aids that help people move. Walking sticks. There's anything that could help somebody move along a little bit more efficiently. The function is what you think the product could actually do. Are there things that need to be looked into? So when we're thinking about that, we could look into the function of it needs to help open windows. Okay, so open windows is a big problem. Open windows, flushing toilets, catching a ball, and so on. And then we elaborate on those. So we're getting a little bit more information on those areas as well. The why area, this is just asking us why we need to think about this. Okay, what is it going to do? What areas are going to influence this? So the why, I want you to think about the market pull. Okay, we've looked at this in the core theory. Market pull and technology push. This is going to be similar for all three of the contexts. So in technology push, we need to be thinking about, is there a push? So is there a need for this? Okay, the market pull, have we got adverts around at this time, at this current time, that's saying to us, this needs to be done, this needs to be considered? Okay, so adverts, are they considering it? Adverts considering or influencing you? The technology push, is there technology? Is there new technology out there that you can get influence from? So new technology to influence you. This one here, the what, is very much you saying to me what needs to be done. So if it's an OAP, we need to have better movement throughout the day. So better movement throughout the day. And then you expand on it. You say, what areas need to be better movement? Do they need better movement going from A to B within the house, from A to B outside the house? Obviously, within the house, it's going to be a lot different to outside because we haven't got the terrain. We haven't got to go over soil. We haven't got to go over tarmac. We've just got carpet, flush carpet, or maybe wooden floor. That's very smooth. It's a lot of a different area to be looking into. So this here is an example of what this would not be a grade 9 because we still have got a lot more information to be put into this. I've written on this quite big, okay, just purely for the demonstration purposes. Okay, this is very big writing. I want you to go a lot smaller. Okay, I want you to be able to fit on A4 a lot more information. I've done an example one here. Okay, so this here is an A4 sheet. You can see the size of the writing. you can see it's a lot more neater and there's a lot more space for me to get a lot more work into. Okay, I've still got areas here that I haven't filled in, yet this one here takes up a lot more space because of the size. You do not want to be having this size writing. Okay, this level of detail would probably be about a grade 7, possibly a 6, okay, once it's all complete. To get even more, even further, we just keep on expanding. So on these points, so we go into the bathroom, the toilet, what problems, whereabouts on the toilet? So is this just flushing? And then we talk about, so we maybe say, people with arthritis, people suffering, can't grip, flush, handle. So immediately that there shows me that you're thinking about this. Okay, I'm going to go back into the PowerPoint slide now and just discuss the expectations along the way throughout the context, okay?